I went to Kingsman, the Golden Circle Jerk, late last night with my two brothers, and we left with kind of mixed emotions. Let's talk about it. I might dive into some light spoiler territory later on, but I'll juice you up, I'll let you know. The film takes place, I believe, a year after the first, or 9 months, I don't know. They do say at one point, but there's so much going on in this film, it's hard to keep track of anything. Our boy Eggsy's all grown up, although the actor doesn't look like he's aged a day, and in fact, he looks better than ever. He's a strikingly handsome man. Strikingly attractive. The thing starts up, fires up on all cylinders, we get an awesome car chase, thing lasts like 10 minutes, it's very gripping, edge of your seat stuff. I don't know why I'm going minute to minute through this flick right now, I'm gonna back off that. A lot of stuff happens really quickly. I think it's undeserved stuff, the consequences that take place. I mean, if you saw the trailers, they kind of tell you that a lot of bad shit happens to the Kingsman, and it's stuff you see in a lot of action movies, especially later on in like Mission Impossible and James Bond. Bad things happen within the organization, and our hero's forced to move on. I think it sucks that that happened in this. This is only the second Kingsman. I didn't want to see him kind of out on his own already. I love the universe that Matthew Vaughn and his team have built. All the little shops and the secrets and just how they talk about how they wear their suit and the etiquette, and none of that stuff's really here this time. After 20 or 30 minutes of solid stuff going on, it kind of goes off the rails. We do have equal parts between the villains and the good guys, which I like. You get to know Poppy. Pops is played by Julianne Moore. She's a great villain. She's no Valentine, but I don't think you're ever going to top Samuel L. Jackson in the first flick. FYI, I do have a movie feud coming up on Kingsman 1 versus 2 as well. There may be some redundancies there. I apologize. Or just don't watch. Fuck you, don't watch. That's not, I take back my apology, I redact it. If you did see a preview, you know our main guy Galahad's back by Colin Firth. He was the highlight for the film. Obviously, they needed to find any sort of bullshit excuse they could to bring him into the sequel. He's very disappointing because he's not himself. Like, if you're gonna bring back your best part of the first film, just fucking bring him all the way back. Don't give me this whole nonsense with butterflies and amnesia and whatnot. The show's called Adam Rants Movies, so the structure's all over the place, but then again, so's the Kingsman. There's a lot of Tate, short for Channing Tatum, in the previews, and he's nowhere to be found in this! He's barely there. If you would have told me, not even 10 years ago, that I'd be disappointed that there's not more Channing Tatum in a film, I would have laughed in your fucking face. But I was very disappointed. I was gonna say a bigger word than very. I was gonna say crucially, but crucially disappointed doesn't really work. So, caught myself mid-sentence. I'm not gonna bother editing this out. You get to see what a jackass I can be. In my basement, alone, 9:54 at night. I'm looking at a computer off screen. This is my Friday night. This is my Friday night. And I feel like this has to be said, but this is my basement of my house, not my mommy's house. All right? Not welcome over there since the fire. It's always my instinct to pick apart a movie and criticize it, but first and foremost, when I left this film, I was like, that was pretty fun. That was pretty good. So this isn't no way a bad movie. It's just, it's a letdown from the first. I don't like some of the routes they took with things. I wish they would have stayed the course for at least one more film before they decided to disrupt everything. Film runs long too. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's longer than the first. It doesn't need to be. I don't know why movies keep thinking that more time means more value. That's not true. I'm very much a less is more individual. I like things to move quick. I like things to make sense. I like things to be just a nice, tight, princess a-hole in length and in story structure. Just make it really nice and tight and good, really compact, something I can really sink my teeth into. If you like the first one, you're gonna have a good time with the second one, I think. So, you know, see it if you haven't already. Just don't expect a lot from Tate or really any of the American statesmen in general. The dude is underutilized. They really all are. Halle Berry, I don't know why she's even in this fucking movie. She doesn't do anything. There's no church scene. Don't expect anything to reach that level. There is a couple Me Too church scenes where they try to reach that level, but they never do. There's like a knockoff version of Freebird playing at the end. Didn't rub me the right way. And the whole thing has kind of a Spy Kids feel to it instead of an over-the-top James Bond feel. It's a fun time. It's definitely not as grounded as the first, which is odd to say for a movie that has a woman with swords for legs. Yeah, there was just something missing in the magic department, though. I can't quite place my dick on it, but there was something that was definitely not the same. I think it was the fact that they left England so early, and there was just a charm there. Spoilers. I really hated, as they said, that Poppy just fucking took out all the Kingsmen in like one swift shot. That she had that robotic hand hack in, beep boop, beep 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 beep, scanning, beep beep beep, and then you get the classic computer shot where it's like everything's targeted. Goodbye. Beep. Everything's just destroyed. I haven't seen the first Kingsman in years. I should have watched it before I watched this one because there's a lot of ties to it. But was the hot blonde Kingsman chick in the first film? She was like the female Eggsy. She had the glasses, nice suit. She just fucking dies like instantly. She has like 3 lines. It's like, hey Eggsy, I'm feeding you some information. And oh shit, is that a missile? Game over. What a unceremonious end to her. And the same can be said for Merlin, who had the most bullshit ending to him ever. The way they killed him off was ridiculous. I'm gonna take care of these guys. I've gone far enough. And he kills like 4 guys with him. There's no point to that. Because then immediately right after that scene, our 2 Kingsmen kill like 100 people. So what's 5 more? That scene is awesome though, and I love the aesthetic of the buildings and how they play off of them. When Firth's character shoots the giant scissors and they stab those 2 guys, well done. Why the fuck is Michael Gambon in this movie for 5 seconds? You don't kill Dumbledore 1 minute after introducing him. Are you out of your fucking mind, Matthew Vaughn? You have Dumbledore. Use him. He should have saw the missile coming and then said, good day. Beep, and then just disappeared. Or like his chair shot up like a rocket, or he went underground into a slide tunnel, drops down into his robes, gets his wand, Expelliarmus, and just starts taking guys out. Sirius Black's a Kingsman, he comes into the mix, does the snapback. I need to watch Harry Potter again, I'm jacked. God, I love that franchise. I was really digging on the film, but once they hit the point where people were being put in individual cages that took up the size of a stadium, I was out. We've hit such a point of fucking stupid now where I can't possibly come back from this. It really was like a Spy Kids film. And I enjoy the Spy Kids movies for what they are, which is stupid family kids films, but this is supposed to be a little bit more adult. So I wanted to go into spoiler territory so I could talk about that one scene in the tent, and then I haven't talked about it yet, so we're gonna talk about it right now. He and Blazing Saddles, I can't remember the other cowboy's name from Game of Thrones, I think he's the Viper. They meet up and they have to seduce the girlfriend of one of the villain's henchmen. It's complicated. So they have to get this device inside of her body for some reason that records everything. And the only way to do that is via penetration. Either with the fingers or with the magic stick. Whatever he has to use at his disposal, he has to use. It's like Matthew Vaughn sees the line he shouldn't cross, examines it, and then sprints at it full bore, jumps over it, runs down the hill, and jams it in a woman's vagina. The extended cameo, I don't even know if it's a cameo because there's a lot of stuff with Elton John in it. He's in his full feathered gear, swearing up a storm. What a fun performance for him to play. The tone was very weird. The meat grinder shit and then eating the burger. I mean, fuck. Really? Did we really need to see that, Matthew? Once again, just pull back a little bit. I appreciate that you go there, but you don't always have to go there. All in all, though, if you love the first Kingsman, you're still gonna like this one, I think. I can't imagine anybody hating it outright. It certainly is a step down though. Okay, cool. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna go upstairs now, probably go to bed. It's 10 o'clock on a Friday night. That's where I'm at. I guess I could edit. That'd be fun. I guess I could edit. Thanks for watching the video. Feel free to check me out on social media platforms for credibility purposes. Intern Sheila should be putting up some graphics for you to digest, I believe. Otherwise, you'll be out on the curb like your mom. Gotta move on. You can also check me out on patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies. Throw me a buck or two if you want. I run this channel alone. It's almost a full-time job, honestly. Thanks for your time. Sheila, the graphics, now.